నమస్తే, నేను మాధవి. బెస్ట్ ఇన్ ద బిజినెస్ షోకి స్వాగతం. సాధారణంగా వ్యాపారాలలో చేదు అనుభవాలు, బిటర్ రైవలరీస్ చూస్తూ ఉంటాం. కానీ చేస్తున్న వ్యాపారమే చెరుకంత తీయగా ఉంటే ఎంత అదృష్టమో కదా. గాయత్రి షుగర్స్ లిమిటెడ్ కంపెనీని నిర్వహిస్తున్న సరితా రెడ్డి అనుభవం కూడా అంత తీయగా ఉందో లేదో ఆ మాటల్లోనే తెలుసుకుందాం. ఆవిడే ఈ వారం మన బెస్ట్ ఇన్ ద బిజినెస్ అతిథి. నమస్కారం సరిత గారు, వెల్కమ్ టు అవర్ షో అండి.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్, ప్లీజ్ కమ్.
ముందుగా మీరు నాన్నమ్మగా, మీ మరదలు పింకీ రెడ్డి గారు అమ్మమ్మలుగా మారినందుకు
అదే వి ఆర్ ఆల్ చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉన్నాం. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
సరిత గారు, మన దగ్గర సంప్రదాయం ఉంది. ఎవరైనా శుభవార్త మోసుకు వస్తే ఆ వ్యక్తి నోట్లో కాస్త చక్కెర వేసి తీపి చేస్తాం. బహుశా చక్కెర అంత నిత్యావసర వస్తువు మరొకటి ఉండకపోవచ్చు. అటువంటి షుగర్తో మీరు బిజినెస్ చేస్తున్నారు. గాయత్రి షుగర్స్ బాధ్యతలు చూస్తున్న మీకు ఈ బిజినెస్ తీయగానే ఉందా?
షుగర్ తినడానికి తీయగానే ఉంది. బట్ ఐ థింక్ రన్నింగ్ అ షుగర్ బిజినెస్ ఇస్ వెరీ వెరీ ఛాలెంజింగ్.
అవును.
బికాస్ there are lot of ups and downs, whether it is because of climate, because of weather, government policies. But now there's not so much of government intervention and it's running slowly, but it still has lot of challenges on a daily basis. There are a lot of challenges. If you ask me about for whom it is sweet, it's definitely not sweet for a person who owns a sugar plant. I think you can say it's sweet maybe for the farmer also, because they are safeguarded by government policies to increase the price every year or every 2 years the price gets increased. For the government, they get taxes, a lot of taxes come. Whether if you talk about workers, we take care of our workers very well. We give them monthly, their payments are extremely on time. Whether it is bonus, whether it's increment, we give all of that because it's all according to Factories Act and Labour Act. We follow everything very correctly. So whether a company is doing well or not, 100% we take care of our workers, our farmers, and they are the backbone. Our company ki backbone hai our workers and our farmers. So we take care of them very well. And I think so it is sweet for all of them. But for us, I don't know how sweet it is.
కొంత టఫ్గా ఉంటుంది అంటారు.
చాలా టఫ్గా ఉంది. So I think out of all the businesses in our Gayatri group, I think this is the most challenging. And but
మీరే మోస్ట్ కేపబుల్ కాబట్టి మిమ్మల్ని
no, I wouldn't say that. I can't tell that I'm most capable. My father-in-law, my husband, now my sons, they all have such amazing capabilities. And I think we've all seen and learned from my father-in-law, Reddy garu. He's been like an icon. And the way he takes us all forward, even if there are times when it's good, it's not good, he always says you should have ambition. You should not, you can't feel like you've lost everything. If you just one small down key, you should not feel like you've lost. You should be able to
పోరాడుతూనే ఉండాలి.
100%. He said only if it's challenging, life is interesting. If it's not challenging, there's no interest. Okay, stable, like a lifeline. It has to keep going up and down, heartbeat or a lifeline. If it's stable, it's like a dead person.
మీరు ప్రస్తుతం తెలంగాణ షుగర్ మిల్స్ అసోసియేషన్కి ప్రెసిడెంట్గా ఉన్నారు. ఈ వచ్చే ఏడాది 2018-19లో ఉత్పత్తి అంచనాలకి మించి ఉంటుందని అంటున్నారు. పరిశ్రమ మొత్తంకి వర్తించే విధానపరమైన నిర్ణయాలు ఎలా ఉండబోతున్నాయి? ఎగుమతులు మాట ఏమిటి?
పోయిన సంవత్సరం we had 203 lakh tons which was produced country anta. And this year it's going to be much more. It was actually estimated 251 lakhs అని అనుకున్నారు ఫస్ట్. దాని తర్వాత after they did some surveys and all of that, we do satellite surveys thrice a year.
Okay.
And according to that, in January when they did the survey, they said it's going to be 261. So that means it's much more than what earlier estimated.
Okay.
So with this now, what we have to think of doing is we are in constant touch with the government. Last year I was president of All India Sugar Mills Association. It was very good interaction where the government is also now calling business people and associations, talking to them, finding out the current trends.
అంటే మీ ఇన్పుట్స్ కూడా తీసుకోవాలి.
Yeah, they definitely take our inputs, whether it is policy matters, whether it is day-to-day matters. And they are, even with being as a Telangana president, we've been in touch with the government and constantly telling them, So now what has to happen is when you have extra production, you have to export out of the country. So you have to plan for that before. So neighboring countries, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, countries, you have to make agreements, SAFTA agreements, and you have to see that export duties are at zero in times when there are extra production. In times when there is very low production, then you have to import. Then you have to reduce import duty at that time, so sugar comes in. So we constantly work with the government, whether at a national level or at a state level. So they have different methods, sometimes whether it's export, sometimes imports, sometimes buffer stock. So there are different methods, and we are in constant dialogue with the different governments, and it's given me a lot of exposure and lot of learning.
Telugu రాష్ట్రాల్లో గాయత్రి గ్రూప్ చాలా పాపులర్. తెలంగాణ ఏర్పడ్డాక మీవి కొన్ని ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఏపీలోను కొన్ని ఇక్కడ ఉండిపోయాయి. మీరు చూస్తున్న గాయత్రి షుగర్స్ ఫ్యాక్టరీస్ తెలంగాణలో ఉన్నాయి. విభజన అనంతరంగా సంస్థాగతంగా ఏమైనా మార్పులు చేశారా?
మా company, we have a lot of projects. It's in all infra projects. We have a hotel business. We have a power plant. And we had sugar plants also. The first plant we had put up almost close to 18 years back. I was not involved at that time. I joined in 2005 when my father-in-law wanted me to join. Earlier he did not like women to be in business. But then he afterwards in 2005 he said, why don't you come and take care of the sugar business? That time we had only one plant. And after I joined, we put up the second plant, we added the distillery, we did cogen. So it was a lot of things which got added on after 2005 after I joined. And we never planned that it should be in Andhra or Telangana. We just put it, I mean, that was the area the first plant was there.
Ante prastham ekkada unnai me factories?
We have both our plants in Telangana lo. And one is in Reddy and one is in Nizam Sagar. So one is 1.5 hours from here, one is 2 hours from here. And each factory ki they allot a zone. So when you have the zone, then in that zone the farmers plant the crop and they'll send it to the factory for crushing. So like that we have close to 20,000 farmers almost in each factory. And from the last 18 years we've been in this business. So and then we never thought that ikkada Andhra, Telangana, we don't see any difference. In that way, if you say difference, I'm Telangana, my husband is Andhra, my in-laws are Andhra, and my family, my father's family is from Telangana.
Ekkada Telangana lo ekkada?
From Warangal. So we are from Warangal. And so there's no difference for us.
మీరు చెప్తున్నట్టు గాయత్రి షుగర్స్, షుగరు, పవర్, డిస్టిలరీ రంగాలతో కూడా ముడిపడి ఉంది. ఇక్కడ ప్రొడక్షన్ ఫిగర్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి? పవర్, డిస్టిలరీ అంటే వాటి గురించి చెప్తారా?
We started off, our first factory has 3,500 tons per day crushing, and our second plant has 2,500 tons per day, and we have a distillery which is 45,000 KLPD per day. And so we export power also to the grid. Over here it's about 9 megawatts in this first plant. In the second plant we put a 16 megawatt. We are not able to reach that completely because our crushing has to improve a lot more.
అంటే ఫ్యాక్టరీస్ కే వాడతారా లేకపోతే?
No, some part of it is captive. And out of the 25 megawatts almost about 15 is captive. And about 10 to 12 is what we export, depending upon how efficiently you do it. So whatever we can do, but we try and invest very small amounts from within operations itself so that we can improve our operations.
మీరు 2005లో కంపెనీలో బాధ్యతలు తీసుకున్నాక అనేక కొత్త మార్పులు తీసుకొని వచ్చారు. ఫ్యాక్టరీస్లో ఉత్పత్తి పెరిగింది, అదే సమయంలో రైతులతో కూడా బంధం బలపడింది. ఈ 12-13 ఏళ్ల జర్నీ మీకు సంతృప్తినిచ్చిందా?
డెఫినెట్లీ. I think chala learning, lot of happiness, lot of, I mean, of course there's been a lot of downtime also, but I think the whole journey has been a great journey of learning. And you learn in life, whatever you expect also sometimes doesn't happen, because we draw out budgets and balance sheets for, and we try to think what we can expect for the year. But it doesn't really come out that way. But then of course some things can be planned, some things are unplanned. But we have worked a lot on improving our efficiency. It may be in small things like I was just mentioning, like even steam economy. When you do steam economy and you add small equipment to that, you get a lot more bagasse, which is there. It's a byproduct. You get a lot more bagasse. Bagasse is used as fuel. So when you use bagasse as a fuel, then you can export more to the grid. You can run your distillery with that fuel. So constantly we try to do small improvements like that. It may be bagasse, it may be, you know, even when we do with farmers, we work a lot with the farmers. So we try to enhance the productivity and efficiency for the farmers.
అంటే వాళ్ళకు కూడా ట్రైనింగ్ ఇస్తూ ఉంటారు.
100%. We have every year we have training programs which is there for months and months, which we conduct in small groups in different areas. We take the farmers and go to other states and see best practices in those states, because sometimes we may not know what we are doing best.
Right.
So when we take them to Maharashtra or Karnataka, we see how other plants are running, how other farmers are doing. And then we have actually educated them, and I must commend them that they have absolutely learned so well about drip irrigation and the harvesting machines, so that labor is also becoming so much more difficult now.
Yes.
So the government also has started a scheme where they give harvesting machines, mechanization basically of all this entire sugar sector, where they give harvesting machines, where they give subsidy, some 50 lakh subsidy and all that. So the first 2 harvesting machines we bought for our 2 factories, one each.
Okay.
After that, we spoke about the harvesting machines and all to the farmers, and they've all formed groups, and they bought a harvesting machine between 3-4 of them, and they got subsidy from the government. In that way, the government has been extremely supportive also.
Okay.
And now we've got almost 10 to 12 harvesting machines between both our factories, and both our factories have a lot more harvesting machines than any factory in Telangana.
Is it? Okay.
That's because the farmers are coming forward themselves.
Okay.
See, so they are seeing that if they get more harvesting machine and it's mechanized, their cost of running or their cost of planting the crop and sending it to us, the efficiency grows, the productivity grows. So earlier we used to get per acre, we used to get only about 18 tons. Now we are getting 28 tons. When I first started in 2005, it was 18-19 tons per acre we were getting.
Okay.
Now we are getting 28 tons, 28 to 30 tons.
అంటే ఆల్మోస్ట్ డబుల్ చేసుకున్నారు.
Now what we are pushing is to get it to 35 and to 40 over the next 3 years.
Okay.
Because we are using a lot of mechanization in it, not just harvesting machines. We have roto mulchers. Now we are even pushing for drip irrigation. Drip irrigation also, there's a fantastic scheme by the government where, whether it's for different communities, they get it almost 80-90% subsidy, and only 10% has to be paid. And Jain Irrigation, Netafin and EPC, 2-3 companies are there, where they supply and they come and educate the farmers how they are supposed to use it after the season, how they are supposed to roll it up and keep it carefully. So that whole thing, so the farmers also see that how much of potential they have if they put interest in their fields, and they can try and improve their productivity. And even we have good agriculture staff, and we have our officers who keep going and interacting with them daily and weekly and monthly. So it's not just like in elections where you only go for them to put vote. It's not like that. They go throughout the year, they are in constant touch, whether it may be seed, it may be fertilizer, it may be pesticide. We arrange the harvesting gangs for them, some amount of labor. Now they've got their machines also. Whether it's transport, we talk to the petrol bunks to give them diesel on credit. So everything, the whole tie-up is done by us. The way I think our factory does, I'm not boasting, but the way I think our factory and our people give the service to the farmer, I think you can actually compare it to any factory, and we are definitely the best. Whether it's in Telangana, whether it's in Andhra, whether it's in Karnataka, Maharashtra or even UP. You can actually pick out one farmer and you can ask them what their service is with Gayatri Sugars, and you will see that they are very confidently, they'll say they are very happy with our company. So that actually gives us more confidence and encouragement to go forward.
ఓకే సరిత గారు, సక్సెస్లో R&D రోల్ చాలా ఉంటుంది. మీ R&D మీది సొంతమా లేక ఏమైనా టైఅప్స్ ఉన్నాయా?
We have tie-ups and with 2-3 institutes, one in Basantpur, one in Kanpur and one in Pune.
Okay.
And these 3 institutes, we talk to them about seed. Basically the whole thing is about seed variety.
I see.
Now you're hearing about UP having excess production and all that because they've changed the seed. So the most important thing in R&D, one is seed, one is even technologies in improving efficiency, recovery. So we talk to all these 3 institutes and we get to know more about how we can improve our operations, day-to-day operations, as well as seed. The most important thing in the sugarcane plant is, in a sugar mill, is about seed. So if you get the right quality of seed, because the seed has to be resistant to any kind of pest, it has to be resistant to weather.
Okay.
And Telangana definitely has a very different kind of weather. So the same seed is not there for north and south. It is a different seed south ki, because the soil, the climatic conditions, weather, all that is different. So we work with them. So once they give us the seed, then we have to at least 3-4 years we have to plant it, we have to see the reaction when it rains, when it doesn't rain, drought resistant, all that. So we do a lot of research also, and we work with other companies like institutes, so that they can give us good guidance, because we may not know everything. Even if we hire those people, we may not have the best. So these technologies and all that are known better in these institutes.
అలాగే మీరు టెక్నాలజీ మీద కూడా చాలా శ్రద్ధ పెడతారు. ఉదాహరణకు మీ షుగర్ కేన్ ఫీల్డ్స్లో జీపీఎస్ మానిటర్స్, బయోమెట్రిక్స్ వాడకం, వీటి వల్ల ఫలితాలు ఎలా ఉంటాయి?
The reason why we use biometrics and GPS, now we started it all recently. See, we keep adding technology one by one as we are going forward. The whole reason why we are doing biometrics and GPS is we know our field staff are going and meeting the farmers. But even for them to know that they are being tracked.
Monitored.
Yeah, they are being monitored. See, in life, sometimes when you're not monitored at all, I think we'll say, nobody is seeing me, so it's okay, I don't need to do it. So, but when they know that they are being watched, and we even, we appreciate when they are doing a good job, we appreciate when they go back, so they know that we're actually tracking it. See, sometimes you can be tracking something, and then you can, you don't even need to appreciate them or tell them you haven't done this or you have done that. But they know we are absolutely tracking it, because on a weekly basis we have meetings with all the field staff in the factories. And there we tell them, we call out the names and tell them, you haven't gone there, you haven't gone here. So they know that we are tracking it. And but by and large, like I mentioned, we have excellent staff. And our tracking is just for our own, for our own confidence.
A formality.
Yeah, it's just like a formality. But we definitely keep reviewing it every week.
ప్రపంచంలో అత్యధికంగా షుగర్ ఉత్పత్తి చేసే దేశం బ్రెజిల్. వినియోగంలో మాత్రం మన భారతీయులే ముందున్నారు. చక్కెర వినియోగంలో మనం ప్రమాదకరమైన స్థాయికి చేరుకున్నామనే హెచ్చరికల గురించి మీరేమంటారు?
No, I don't think it's it's alarming, because we have a very huge population basically. Brazil definitely has a much bigger production, because they have different soil, different they have a very long season. It's not like in India where we have only 3-4 month season. Only in Tamil Nadu they have a very, very long season, but in other states they have like 3-4 months season only.
Generally ante untundi.
Yeah, but in Brazil the farmers have much bigger fields. They are more mechanized, and when you have big fields, see, all our farmers have 1 acre maximum, or 1.5 or 2. There are very few farmers who have about 5 or 10 acres fields. So when you have bigger farms, it's so much more easier to use big machines to do the harvesting, to do the sowing, to do anything. You can do it. So they have an advantage definitely, but it's not like we are lagging behind, because if you ask me, I think India is actually so progressive. Every year you will see that we are almost reaching up to international standards in everything.
Right.
And about talking about unhealthy consumption, no, I think all our Indians are very either diet conscious or they're diabetic, half of them. So that nobody's consuming too much of sugar. Of course, when we have our festivals and all that, we do have sugar.
So
and actually, if you see the consumption levels, normally every year it's supposed to increase 5% every year. Last year to this year, actually the consumption has come down from 5 to 2%. Also because maybe government stopped PDS, ration shops law. Instead of, the government earlier used to procure and sell in the ration shops.
Right.
So that was called levy sugar. And we had to give levy sugar at a much lower price than what you can sell in the market, obviously, because you're giving it to lower income groups. Now that has been completely taken out all over India. So maybe because of that also, I think the consumption is a little lower than the previous years.
మిమ్మల్ని చూస్తే అయితే అనిపించదు unhealthy consumption of sugar ఉంది.
I love sugar. I eat a lot of sugar, by the way.
Yeah.
I like eating sweets, Indian sweets, whether it's cakes, pastries, laddu, idi. I just keep eating a lot of sweets, and I like it. So that's why they all keep telling me you're in the right business. Anybody who comes to my house also, they say your tea and coffee is so sweet. Just because you have a sugar mill, you don't need to put all the sugar into the tea and coffee. So they keep saying it's like panakam anytime they come home and have.
ప్రస్తుతం మీ కంపెనీ ఆర్థిక పరిస్థితి ఎలా ఉంది? మీ రుణభారం ఎంత తగ్గింది? మీ టర్నోవర్ ఎంత?
Our turnover is 250 crores on a very conservative basis. But going forward, I think it would be about 270 to 275 crores.
Okay.
And what the next 3-4 years is what we are targeting is a 270 to 275 crores, which we will easily reach actually.
Okay.
But I don't like to be over optimistic and tell things before they are actually achieved. I'm not a person who likes to boast about something before it happens. Actually we didn't have our debt was completely over in 2013-14.
I see.
And we thought from 2014 onwards was going to be a golden year for us in our sugar industry.
Okay.
But the worst year which hit sugar industry was 2014-15.
Okay.
And that 1 year we lost 62 crores.
I see.
62 crores we lost because there was completely excess production.
Okay.
And I think the policies of the government didn't kick in as quickly as it should have. And the sugar wasn't exported out.
Okay.
The sugar prices which were 27 and 28 dropped to 18 and 19 rupees.
Oh,
so it was
తగ్గిపోయాయి.
so it was 10 rupees less than what we bought the sugar cane also for.
Okay.
So we lost a lot of money, and that time government themselves had given out loans, Sifasu loans and soft loans is what they called it. And
Okay.
we had taken close to about 60 crores to overcome that loss. We had taken 60 crores of loans which the government themselves had given to all sugar plants to pay for the cane bills of the farmers, so that the farmers don't go without being paid for their cane. So we had to take those loans. So now we are stuck with all those loans.
Okay.
Out of those 60, 20 has already been paid in full, and the other 40, half of it has already been paid. And by 2020,
Okay.
maximum 21, I think all our debt will be completely paid off.
మీరు సిఎస్ఆర్ యాక్టివిటీస్ ఏం చేస్తున్నారు?
We do drinking water basically for all the villages.
Okay.
So every year, whether we have the money, whether we are in profit, whether we are in loss, whether it's personal money or whether it's company money, we put in and we run 2 to 3 RO plants per year we open in the villages. So I feel the best kind of service is giving water to people, and also in my own capacity with the staff who work closely with me. I like educating, because I feel when you educate one person in a family, it changes the whole family. And I like doing it also. So I like education, and water is 2 important things which we do. And also we have blood camps on and off in our factory.
సరిత గారు, మీతో మా క్విక్ గన్ సెగ్మెంట్ చేస్తాం, మీరు ర్యాపిడ్గా ఆన్సర్ ఇవ్వాలి. మీరు ఇండస్ట్రియలిస్ట్గా మారడానికి ప్రేరణ ఎవరు?
My father-in-law, Reddy garu.
Okay.
He is the sole person who always gives me encouragement. My whole family gives me encouragement. But unless, if he hadn't given me the encouragement in the beginning, I would not have ever joined.
మీకు బాగా నచ్చిన ఒక మహిళా పారిశ్రామికవేత్త?
I feel women are, there are very lot of strong women, not just industrialists. I feel like abroad, Angela Merkel,
Yes.
Germany, whether it's Nirmala Sitharaman in India, she's made, whether it's Arundhati Bhattacharya, they've all made us very, very proud that women can go to such heights, and with their perseverance and their hard work.
మీ మావగారు సుబ్బిరామిరెడ్డి గారు బిజినెస్లో మీకు ఇచ్చిన బెస్ట్ సలహా ఏమిటి?
Work is worship, must always have ambition, never feel low when you're, when you are in losses, always think about how you should bounce back. Okay. And you never take anything up with you. So always liberally help people around you, and that will be God's blessings back to you.
వీకెండ్స్లో మీరు ఎలా రిలాక్స్ అవుతారు?
We all spend time together. We go to my father-in-law's house for lunch. And we all spend time together. We go for movie. In the mornings I go and visit my parents. Okay. My kids are also with us. So we all spend a lot of time together. And just, I think spending time with one another itself is the best enjoyment and relaxation. Okay. Because all of us are very busy during the week, whether it's working or traveling. My husband and the kids also travel a lot. I don't travel as much.
Okay.
So on the weekends we're all together. Then we go for movies, we go out for lunches, dinners, with family, with friends. So it's a great relaxation.
బిజినెస్కి సంబంధించి మీ భర్త సందీప్ రెడ్డి గారు ఇచ్చిన బెస్ట్ కాంప్లిమెంట్ ఏమిటి?
I'm not able to remember. I don't know if he's given too many compliments, or I'm not able to remember any one compliment that has come to mind. But I also feel I've not achieved anything as yet. So I'm waiting. When I achieve, then I'll ask him this question.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sarita garu.
Thank you so much.
Wish you great success అండి.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. ఏదైనా బిజినెస్లో కొత్త సారథులు, కొత్త వరవడి వచ్చినప్పుడు ఆ కంపెనీ ఓ పెద్ద అడుగు ముందుకు వేస్తుంది. గాయత్రి షుగర్స్ విషయంలోనూ అదే జరిగింది. ఆ సారథి సరితా రెడ్డి. ఇది ఈ వారం బెస్ట్ ఇన్ ద బిజినెస్. వచ్చే వారం మరో గెస్ట్తో కలుద్దాం. అంతవరకు కీప్ వాచింగ్ ఏబిఎన్ ఆంధ్రజ్యోతి. వి రిపోర్ట్, యు డిసైడ్.